Hi Sagittarius, the Awakened Dreamer here, to give you your general monthly tarot reading for the month of June 2021. Thank you so much for joining me, and I do want to, of course, remind you, as always, to like this video, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. But when meditating on your energy overall for the month, the message that came through was recovering from the past. Recovering from the past. We're going to keep it simple and pull 6 tarot cards. A simple 6 cards for the month, if you will. So to begin for our lovely Sagittariuses, excuse me. Thank you, Spirit. Here we got 1. Keep them coming for June 2021 for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, we're going to go with those 2. So we have 3. We're halfway there. Keep them coming for Sag. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? Okay, interesting. We got them all. All right. So we're beginning the month in the spread. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's going to be an underlying focus or feeling, an underlying focus rather, on your mindset, on who and what needs to go. And there's a feeling that a lot of Sagittarius out there have recently been in this mindset a lot. So you may feel like in the month of June, there's not much left to adjust in this sense, but a need to continue to adjust if need be. You'll find that as you recover from the past this month, as you do a bit of reflecting, asking yourself if certain choices when in this Queen of Swords mindset were productive or the right choice in general. Trying not to overcomplicate things as you do your best to recover. All right? And so we begin the month in the spread with the Emperor. You begin the month, Sagittarius, feeling very strong, feeling the need to plan for what's ahead. A lot of you out there are thinking, well, I'm a planner, and that's a good thing. But at the same time, do you plan too excessively? Do you allow yourself to stress over what's ahead to the point where things don't fall into place as they're meant to, or as smoothly as they're meant to? Allowing for yourself to try to exit this Emperor mindset and allow for things to flow a bit smoother. Allow for yourself to release any tension from your body at the beginning of the month. You know, remember we hold that tension within, you know, with our tongue to the roof of our mouth, or for a lot of you Sagittarius, I feel like it's going to be within your shoulders. To remember that yes, there are certain factors around you that stress you out, but you put a lot on your own plate. You know, you stress yourself out as well. So allowing for yourself to do what you can to simplify things mentally, emotionally, physically, out of respect for yourself, because again, you're recovering from the past this month. You've been through a lot. Okay? And so we're moving to the middle of the first half of the month where we have the 2 of Cups. You make your way to the middle of the first half, and there's a highlight on a connection. For some of you, you're beginning a new connection. It's unexpected. If it's love, it just throws you by surprise. For the majority of you, it's simply a friendship, an acquaintance, somebody who you don't expect to connect with. I'm now getting the feeling that for a lot of you, it's somebody you already met previously, but didn't expect anything to come to be. You bond with this person in a way that you wouldn't have expected, but you're reminded that these connections do have their purpose, even if they're minimal. Allowing for this connection to inspire you to keep your eyes open for those around you, to remember that you can't predict everybody that you're going to bond with, everybody that's going to be beneficial for you moving forward. Allowing for this connection to teach you something about certain people you have in your life, as well as to teach you something about yourself. And you can't help but, at this point, enter this reflective state of mind where you think back to all that you've been through, the ups, the downs, Remembering that, yeah, it hasn't been easy, but it all taught you something, didn't it? And I really have this gut feeling that you're a better version of yourself now because of it all. And we're making our way to the end, of the first half of the month, where we have the Ace of Cups. So you make your way to finish up the first half of the month, and wow, you're feeling abundant. You're feeling like your cup is overflowing. And there's this feeling that things aren't perfect, aren't ideal, and you feel like there's a lot to still accomplish or adjust, but it's your mindset that is leaving you feeling this abundant. It's your mindset that's leaving you feeling like things could be better, but are pretty damn good. You feel like your cup's overflowing because you were able to learn from what you've been through. You were able to allow yourself to experience new connections or a new connection. Remembering that, once again, even if things haven't been ideal up until this point, you viewing things in a productive light definitely affects your level of abundance. And it's at this point in the month where I'm literally seeing in my mind's eye you stopping and looking around and feeling so grateful for those people and situations that you still have within your life. Because remember, within all that you've been through, you've cut out a lot of people and situations for one reason or another, but it leaves you feeling more abundant for those people and situations you still have. Okay? And so we're making our way to the second half of the month. We have the Ten of Pentacles to begin. For a lot of you out there, it's the beginning of the second half of the month where you find yourself focusing on your family, or simply your ideal life for yourself. It could be both, but either way, you find yourself thinking about how did things come to be, And it's this point in the month where you remember who and what deserves your attention, your resources, feeling like you have a bit of an obligation to take care of those around you. But to what extent? Remembering that, yes, it's important to spend time with those who are most important to you or to accomplish what you need to, but not to forget the level of self-care you should be implementing. There's this point in the month where you're thinking about how things can improve as well. Asking yourself, have you done all you can to improve your situation? But trying not to as well stress yourself out. Being aligned with the Emperor. You're going to find yourself beginning the second half of the month trying to strategically plan for some of these improvements, for some of these adjustments, but to remember once again that it can be productive to plan, but also to remember to go with the flow a bit and to allow for things to fall into place as they're meant to. To remember that certain connections do need some adjusting or some improvements, but your forceful approach at times doesn't necessarily give you the end result that you desire. Allowing it for yourself to enjoy those around you in a productive light. And we're making our way to the middle of the second half of the month where we have the Eight of Pentacles. You make your way to this point in the month and you find yourself working hard. For some of you, it's a craft, for some a hobby, for some of you, it's your job. Whatever it may be for you, even if you're not working till late hours of the night, you can't help but think about whatever that is for you as you're making your way to get ready for bed or whatever the case may be. It's something that isn't easily taken out of your mind, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Some of you, you're overthinking things at this point, but for some of you, it's simply you've regained a new sense of passion for that hobby or that job, and you find yourself thinking about it over and over and over, allowing for yourself to, again, simplify your mind, to give yourself that time to rest. The sense of inspiration that comes over you is a beautiful thing, but to not allow it to take over to the point where it becomes a negative thing. Allow for yourself to, again, simplify things for yourself, to continue to recover from the past, because it's not a process that happens overnight, right? Being aligned with the Two of Cups, you can't help but around this point in the month, you can't help but think very thoroughly about certain connections in your life, asking yourself if you had made the best choices in the past, but also finding yourself, without meaning to, overthinking this new connection. Remembering that you overthinking it isn't going to necessarily help. So just to simplify your mind or reroute it to focus on something else, to allow for that connection to come to be as it's meant to. And we're making our way to wrap up the second half of the month, and we have the Nine of Wands. And what was interesting is it came out in reverse at first, and there was part of me that felt it needed to stay that way. But then it was needed to be put in the upright position. You begin this part of the month feeling less wounded than you normally do, but then something occurs and you're feeling like a wounded warrior once again, or you're reminded of how that feels. And so it reminds you as a whole to do what you can moving forward to minimize this feeling, to do what's right for you at the end of the day, and remember that those around you who are meant to be in your life will respect that. If somebody around you doesn't respect you or appreciate you when you do what's right for you, then are they really meant to be in your life? Allowing yourself to finish off the month, again, simplifying your mindset, allowing yourself to feel less wounded, doing what you need to do. Being aligned with the Ace of Cups. You can't help but think back to the end of the first half of the month. What was the difference, my friend? Think. It was your mindset. You remember, your mindset totally affects your level of abundance. Allowing yourself to remember that if you truly decide to, you can switch that mindset like that and view things in a different way and feel abundant once again. And for some of you, a reminder will come through from the universe, from spirit, that you deserve to feel this abundant, even if things aren't ideal. And allowing yourself to implement certain personal habits moving forward, or to adjust certain old habits in order to have a more consistent level of abundance moving forward. All right? So Sag, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.